was waiting for more people to join. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon. Can you hear me loud and clear? Let me know in the chat. Am I loud and clear? Loud and clear. Let me know in the chat. Welcome to the morning training. I've seen many people are getting more innovative about my Bangwa Bangwa. Hey, many people. All right. All right. How many of you have been bangwed by the Bangwa Bangwa? Because, ladies and gentlemen, many people have brought so many strategies. I think I'll be bringing some of them to you. The Bangwa Bangwa, the redemptioner of the redemptor. Yes. Sometimes when God speaks to me, do you know that that word Bangwa Bangwa doesn't exist? It was initially initiated by the Holy Spirit. Yes, it is not a normal strategy. Yes, it is not a normal strategy. The way it is bangling. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, all right, okay. Someone is saying, can you show us how it is bangling you? Yeah, it is bangling. It is bangling. Yeah, it is bangling, and the bangwa bangwa has simple rules. Okay. Money to the heady, money to the solo, money everywhere, money. Money to the heady, money to the solo, money everywhere, money good to bad, money. Let me first, because I'm going to train, let me first sing before I start my training. Where's that? Money. Ladies and gentlemen, someone is saying, can we go straight to the point? I'm the one who brought me here. I'm the one who brought me here. Me, I am not ready to be intimidated by anyone. My brother, or a sister, or someone elsewhere. Me, I'm different. You can't intimidate me, my friend. Do you know how I have suffered with this business to finally bring a solution? Eh? You is frightening me. Do you know how I have suffered? How many of you agree with me that I have suffered with this business to bring a solution? How many of you agree with me that I have suffered? Yes, you can take some 1%. How many of you have understand that I have suffered with different strategies and trainings to make sure that today you can make the money? How many of you agree? Thinking, man, I spent a full week fasting, not eating, staying in my house. I sat down, lost $2,500 to bring what works now. Who are you? Never make noise on this call, my friend. We have come a very long way. Let me first take this $60. We have come a very long way. A very long way. A very long way. Okay. So today we are going to look with the Fibonacci. And it is a very important tool when it comes to technical analysis. But yesterday, I was in one group And someone asked a very good question that I liked. And I want to ask the same question to all of you here. If you want to break a table, so this is a table. Let me draw it here. We are going to trade this coin more times than this one. This is a table. This is a table. You want to break this table. What is easier? Is it to stand on top of it or to go below it? Which one is more easier if you want to break through this table? Is it easier to stand on top of it and break the table, or you go below? Which one is much more easier? Let me see. You want to break a table. Which one is more easier? Is it to stand below it and break it, or to stand above it and break it? Okay, here is a table. You want to break this table. Which one is much more easier? This is a table. You want to break the table. Do you stand above it or on top of it, or you go below? Which one is much more easier? Which one is much more easier? Standing on top or below? Standing on top or below? Now, ladies and gentlemen, if standing on top is much more easier, meaning that if you want to make a lot of money in the futures market, which one is more easier? Is it to short the market or to long the market? Because when you are longing the market, you are standing below the table. If you are shorting the market, you are standing above the table. Which one is much more easier? Let me know in the chat. You short the market. Whenever you see the market going up, there is one coin. Whenever you see coins pumping, you should be excited that very soon they will start dumping. Who's understanding me? Let me know in the chat. Whenever you see markets going up, you should be very excited because very soon they will start going down and you will collect a lot of money like you see. How many of you are seeing this coin has pumped, but it's now dumping? And that is where you, the future trader, should see the biggest opportunity that has never happened on your life. How many are still following? And with that simple philosophy, how many of the other time we started together? Yesterday, I started with $100. How many of you remember that? How many of you remember I started with 100? Was it 129? How many of you remember? And I traded one single coin, very amazing coin called the Tonight. Some of you ran away, but I told you this coin was going to sell marvelously. I told you this coin was going to sell marvelously, and this coin was called Marv, and it sold, and it paid very handsomely. So I want to tell you that if you have not yet been bangward, please pay closer attention. This is one of the easiest way of making money. So when markets are going up, I want you to always think on how you are going to make money. Before I go to that strategy, I have said it several times that even if you put in your moving averages, which we call the MAs here, and you find that candles are forming below this, especially Android users, this is a 7 moving average. What should come in your mind? We have talked about this. I'm just sharing something small before I go to the Fibonacci. If you find that candles are forming below a moving average, what should come in your mind? It's a downtrend. Although we have 3 moving averages on our screen, we have a 99 that is looking at 99 candles. We have a 25 that's looking at an average performance of 25 candles. We have a 7. So you find that here we had a death cross. And this death cross is where the 7 moving average crossed The 7 moving average crossed a 25 moving average. And once this happens, this was a significant call that this market is moving on a downtrend. Ladies and gentlemen, your success is seated in identifying the trend of the market. Okay? And when we go to a lower time frame like 5 minutes, the picture comes out very well. All of you can see drastically, contemplatively, that we have a 99 moving average followed by a 25 moving average followed by a 7. What does this signify? When we have, I told you, we start with biggest, bigger, small. The coin is on a downtrend. That should be very clear for you. And once you discover this, you are just now finding points of entry and points of exit. And you can collect a lot of money. Then the other thing is that once you have discovered that the coin is on a downtrend, the most other important thing is to be patient. Tell your neighbor patience. Tell your neighbor patience. Can I see patience in the chat? You need to be patient because this coin, if you are not patient, you might lose your money. Okay? In terms of getting scared, you are scared that the coin is going to go against you. You are scared that the market is going to go against you because you see buyers are coming in, sellers are coming in. Okay, for example, you see this coin in 3 minutes. We start with the biggest. You see, this we have 99, we have a 25 now, and we have a 7. What is the trend of this coin? Let me see some answers in the chat because these are the basics where your money starts from, an uptrend. So if you do a mistake and trade this coin on a short, what's going to happen? You will lose the patience. Whenever you see this coin rising, you'll get annoyed. You will bang at tables because you wanted it to go. It's you who traded against the market trend. Am I speaking to somebody? Am I speaking to somebody? Let me know in the chat. So don't trade against the market trend, okay? Never trade against the market trend. Because when you trade against the market trend, you'll be sweating plasma. If the coin is on an uptrend, you need to find entries that allow you make money when the coin is rising. Okay? If a coin is on a downtrend, stop thinking. Like, for example, I've seen people suffering. What is the trend of this coin? No matter how smart you may be, you may not be responsible of why this coin is rising. Let me know in the chat. Let me know, guys. No matter how smart you may be, that you want to short this coin, you don't know why this coin is rising. And so, unless you are coming in 1 minute or 3 minutes, but I want to tell you, whenever you try to trade against the market trend, you are putting your money in danger. Is that clear? Give me a 1 if that is clear. So your focus, before you say, I want to make money, before you say money is about me, what is the market trend? What is the market trend? Now, sometimes I've seen people who say, but Julius, what about here? Here it is simple. For example, see, do you see candles forming below the 7 moving average? The crossover might not have happened, but you see that candles in 1 hour are forming below the 7 moving average. This is a significant sign that this coin is on a downward movement. How many are still listening to me? How many are still listening to me? How many are still listening to me? Let me know in the chat. You see, trading is very easy. I have seen a signal by one of my brothers. I've seen a signal by one of my brother. He has shared a futures signal. So let me also future it so that we can go and bwanga the market. Now, for example, the signal being sent is a long signal. It is saying go long. Okay, the signal is saying go long. I haven't checked it, but I'm still distributing it. So let me first distribute. Then we see if we shall have some money. So just wait. Let me first distribute to make sure that money is not one-sided. You see, when you are making money and other people are not making money, I feel a lot of pain. And I know the people who don't make money, they are those ones who, okay, now this coin is on a downtrend and it's still dropping. I see money here. But let me first cross-check. This one sent by my brother. Good. What do you see? Is this coin on an uptrend or a downtrend? Let me know in the chat. Is this coin on an uptrend or a downtrend? Let me know in the chat. Uptrend. So when they give you a long signal, the coin is on a longer trend. There is a golden cross here. So your confidence goes more higher. In 4 hours, still a little bit waiting, but in 1 hour, it's on an uptrend. In 15 minutes, it's on an uptrend. It means in 5 minutes, uptrend. In 3 minutes, uptrend. So then it means the person who has given you the signal basically has been able to look at points where the market can be supported or resisted respectively. Now, when the trend is in your favor, the rest is history. So basically to me, let me see, in 4 hours. You see, now basics of support and resistance. When I touch here, you see here, can you see all here? Can you see? Has this coin reached that level where I have touched? Let me know in the chat. Has the coin reached that level where I have touched here? Let me know in the chat. Because some of you always get scared. Has the coin reached here? Because if we remember our rules of support and resistance, has the coin reached here? So my confidence, even if I remove these ones, my confidence, it is too high that this coin has the power to reach there. But then here comes my biggest question. What is more easy? To break the table while standing up or to break the table while below? Which one is much more easier? To break the table while standing up or to break the table while below? Which one is much more easier? So you will make your own choices. But let me first take this guy's signal. Okay, can I take it? Let me go to my lesson because so far 1.6 million is not bad money. It's not bad money. Although this week I wanted 7 million. Ladies and gentlemen, have I hit my 7 million in 3 days? Not yet, but we are about. We are about. I'm about to hit 7 million. That was my target. I had a small goal and very easy with the bangwa. Let's go to our lesson. Hey, bangwa. Hey. Let's go to our lesson. So today's lesson is not the stochastic RSI, is not the market trend, is a very important indicator. It's not even the pivot points which we saw yesterday. Yesterday we looked at these pivot points and we talked a lot about them. Just a reminder, let me put it in 1 hour so that all of you can see. You see that this coin is in the over. It's above resistance 3, meaning it's in the oversold area, okay? Sorry, in the overbought area. This coin has been overbought. And if at all it gives the opportunity, if I put my price range and measure this coin from where it is, because in between here there is no support, this will be at 15%. I have mitigated my risks. I want to take this coin, but I'm waiting for confirmation. And if confirmation pop in either in 1 hour or in 30 minutes, I'm going to send this signal. of 15%, it will be the biggest draw that will make us a lot of money today. But I haven't got my confirmations right. I'm waiting for that candle, that candle currently to close. If it closed below that line of mine, my friend, we are going to take a 15% take profit. But that's not what I'm talking about today. Let's get into the tool. So if you want to trade, there is a very important indicator. When you open your chart like this, you can all see, even before I start putting in the indicator, that this coin, basically, I'm using a phone so that it becomes easy for all of you. When we come down here, we have a tool we call the path. If I press this coin at this lowest point, we can all see it came up to here, then it made a retracement, then it went high up to here, then it made this retracement. By logic, I expect this coin not to continue coming down. I expect this coin to make a move to the upside. But ladies and gentlemen, sometimes my logic may not be 100% pure. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. I have expectations, but my expectations cannot be 100% sure. So I need a tool that could help me make my expectations a little bit better. Now remember, trading is probability. The reason why we learn technical analysis is to find more chances of winning and reduce the chances of losing. So there is a tool or an indicator. When you tap on your two dots below here, and you come on indicators, then you come on technical, and you write in the word Fibonacci. And there is a tool called the Fib retracement. The Fib retracement. It is called the auto Fib retracement. When you tap on it once and it sits in your screen, this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Can we all see that? Let me see in the chat. So it may not look like mine, but we are going to get into setting it up. But this is the tool. It's called the Fibonacci or the auto Fibonacci. Now, before we go into setting up this Fibonacci, it has percentages. It has 0%, and in a bracket, it has the price. It has 23.6%, and in the bracket, it has a price. A price for what? When that coin touches that line, that line, that line, that line, that line, that line, that line. Does that make sense? Give me a one if it does. So you see that on every line, this is 100% line, there is a price. There is 78.6 line, there is a price. There is 61.8, there is a price. There is 50%, there is a price. There is 38.2, there is a price. There is 23. So can you be able to see that very clearly? Now, number two, in every price area, there is a color. This is red. I don't know colors, but I hope you can see. We have different colors. So we not only consider the line, but we take this as the area. This is an 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 area. Number two. Number two. We also use this as support and resistance. For example, let's pick this coin my brother has given Jerry. Jerry, Jerry, how are you, Jerry? Oh, this is Jerry. In 1 hour. Where is the fib? Good, beautiful. Okay, now this is Jerry. Can you see? I'm in 4 hours. Can you see very well? So basically, these lines act as support and resistance. Once it breaks this line, we expect it to go to this resistance. Once it breaks this line, we expect it to go here. So these lines act as support and resistance. Supported, resisted. Supported, resisted. Supported, resisted. Is that clear? Give me a 2 in the chart. So number one, we have seen what we call an area. Number two, we have known that they act as support and what? And resistance. Back to the coin. That coin I want to die on it. It's called the skyline. I'm not the one who told it to go up. So if it has decided to go up, it has to feel the pressure. So basically, let me put it in 4 hours for clarity. Now you can basically see that once, so remember, when we are talking about support and resistance, is that once it breaks one line, for example, once it broke here, my conscious was like, the next take profit is here. Once it has broken here, my expectation is like, the next take profit is here. So I'm using this as support and resistance. Remember, we can now take profit as coins are going up. We can also take profit as coins are going down. I hope that is normal business now. I don't expect people to say, no, 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 no. That should be normal business. We should all know that we can be able to take profit when coins are going up, and we should be able to know that we can take profits as coins are going down. Having explained that, let's go to the setup. So let's get into the setting up of this tool. So I will tap on the indicator, and when you touch it, I'm using a phone, you tap on that thing there. Then you open it. So this is the setting up of the indicator. The input. You may want your fib to extend to the right or extend to the left. When I tick extend right and left, you will be able to see that it goes all through my screen, from the left to the right all through. Hey, baby. What's up, mom? Ndi wano. Just wait, guys. Just a minute, guys. So now, this tick, the next tick here, it helps you see the prices. Whenever there is a line, there is a price in the bracket. That's why it is ticked. Then here, it has show levels. Those levels of 0, this one 0, 0.236, 0.382, 0.5, 0.618, 0.6. So now, they can appear in 2 ways. Number one, they can appear as values. You see, instead of having 178, they appear as 0 point something. Many people get confused with this. That's why when teaching, I say change it from values to percent. How many are still following? So I change it from values to percent. So when I tick again, now you see it will be 50%, it will be 78%, it will be 32%, 23.6%, it will be 0%. Are we together? Are we together? Okay. So let's go back. Now I know everybody is following. Now, so the background pass, so the labels, do you want the labels to be on the right? Do you want the labels to be on the left? Okay. So you see, when you choose the left, they will go this side. But remember, when we are trading, the market moves from the left to the right. The market doesn't move from the right to the left. That's why I choose the right side, because the market moves from the left to the right. So you see, I'll tap on here. So these I'll change to percentage. From the left, I'll change to the right. So you see my labels will be this side on the right. Are we okay? All right, so let's move. We're on the settings. Number one, I said I will change from values to percentage. I will change from left to right, because the market moves from the left side to the right side. Now, here are the lines. There are many. They start from 0. There is 0 here. There is 0.23. There is 0.38. I'll tick every line, and then later I will explain. So all these lines are here. They are Fibonacci lines. Let me tick everything. Then I'm going to come back. So I have ticked all the lines. So you see, all the lines are appearing in my chart. All of them. I have not removed any. All of them, they appear in my chart. I hope all of you can see them, okay? They appear in my chart, 100%. All of them, as they were created. Now, they are all here. The next step is to interpret. Are we okay with the settings? Are we okay with the settings? The next step is to interpret. Are we okay with the settings? Now we go to interpretation. Are we okay with the settings? Then we go to interpretation. Are we okay? Now we need to interpret what we have been talking about, okay? Now we need to interpret what we have been talking about, okay? Now, let me put this indicator in a bigger time frame, like 4 hours or 1 hour. But in 4 hours, the coin has surpassed there. Let me use this, okay? Now, simple thing. I'm going to teach the simplest way. Listen to me very well. This interpretation changed my thinking when I learned it. Can we all see the dotted line? I'm going to teach this in a simplest way. Can we all see the dotted line? Let me know in the chat. Can we all see the dotted line? That's why I haven't shorted this coin. That is the major reason. You all see. The dotted line represents that the previous trend was an uptrend. Can we all see that? The dotted line represents that this trend, this one, the coin moved from here and it went up to here. Can you all see that? The coin moved from here and it went up to here. Someone says, Jerry. I just shared the signal, guys. Let me know in the chat. Guys, didn't I just share the signal? And I said I'm not going to trade the coin. Not so. I just shared. But those things, why do you put all your money? When Ladies and gentlemen, let me go to the coin and I see. I didn't trade it. I think I didn't trade it. Let me see. They have they have liquidated you. Hmm? A good day. Purple. Kawoma. Let me look at the coin. Just wait. Let me see. Let me first look at the coin. But I think this coin still has potential. I think maybe your leverage or something, but the coin looks like it still has potential. Maybe in the lower time frame, like 15 minutes, the coin still has potential. Maybe you did a very huge leverage. Maybe, sorry, but maybe you did a very huge leverage. Please. But the coin looks to have potential in a bigger time frame. Maybe you did a very big leverage. Sorry. Sorry. What is rule number 3? Let me know in the chat. What is rule number 3? Let me know in the chat. Let me know rule number 3. Let me know in the chat rule number 3. Let me know in the chat rule number 3. Let me know in the chat. But I'm not saying, okay, sorry. But the coin looks to have potential in a bigger time frame. But after this class, I think, after the Fibonacci, I think I'll be able to paint a very clear picture. Let's go back to our coin we are looking at, Sky, so that you, purple. Hey, game. Hey. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. Let's get back here. I'll put this coin at least in 1 hour. Back to this class. Okay. Let's get back here. Let's get back here. Look here. Number 1. That's why I haven't shorted this coin. Let's focus on the lesson, guys. Let's focus on the lesson. You see this coin moved from here to here, meaning that this previous trend was an uptrend. Now, the Fibonacci has 3 major lines, and I want you to know them. Number 1, it has what we call this line called 38.2, 50, and 61.8. By the way, 61.8 is called the golden pocket. But let me explain in simple terms. It is expected that when the market moves from 100 and it rises to 0 here, it is going to retrace either at 38.2, it's expected to move up, or at 50 and move up, or at 61.8 and move up. Give me a 1 if you are trying to follow. That if this previous trend was an uptrend, it is expected that this coin will drop to 38.2 and move up, or drop to 50 and move up, or drop to 61.8 and move up. That's why this tool is called retracement. It is called retracement because it has these 3 major points where the market is expected to reach and then go back in the previous direction. Do you copy? Give me a 2. That's why whenever I'm trading, the Fibonacci is part of my setup. I cannot trade without having the Fibonacci. Okay? People who are in the chat speaking out, liquidation is very simple. When you learn what to do, I don't want people to cry because of very small money. When you learn what to do, is it easy to make back your money? I see people who are exaggerating small things. Is it easy to make back your money? Let me tell you guys, as an entrepreneur, me, I'm a very huge entrepreneur. Me, I'm a very huge risk taker. But let me tell you one thing. Failure is part of success. Failing is not bad. Let me know in the chat. Now, when you understand that failure is part of success, when you get liquidated, next time when they send a signal, before you trade, what will you do? Let me see some answers in the chat. Let me see some answers in the chat. Number two. Failure is part of success. No, you will come and cross-check the coin. Number two, when you get liquidated, you will find out reasons why you get liquidated. But I want to tell you, if you use 50% of your capital and leave 50% in the chart, you will never be liquidated. How many of you agree with me about that? How many of you agree with me about that? If you are trading one coin, don't go and suffer with putting your coin in isolated. When you are trading one coin, don't go and put your coin in isolated. Isolated will be very good if you are trading many coins. But if you are trading one coin, don't suffer with putting your coin in isolated. Leave it in cross. That is number two. You will never be liquidated. I have seen coins. Let me just get back here. They are about to. I know they were about to liquidate me. Okay. This coin is very slow. It is not for high risk takers. This coin is for people who are going to play for the market. But me, who is not going to play for the market to recover, this coin is not good for me. Me, I'm a very high risk taker. Now, look, guys, it is very hard for me to lose my money. I have invested $492. I have 668 in my account. Can I lose my money? Can I lose my money? Let me know in the chat. I have $492 in my account. I have a balance of 686. I can't lose my money. Simple. You wait when I come for Jerry J. Jerry gave the big. Hey, I missed money. I missed money. Yeah. But in the bigger time frame, three people, you are getting me off topic. Back to my lesson. Back to my lesson. Now listen, guys. So I'm not talking about the line. I'm talking about the area. You remember when I talked about the area? It means that, let me tell you, when I'm trading, I will never trade without the stochastic RSI because it will always give me where the coin is. Question, if you have attended our classes, where is the stochastic RSI? Do we expect the market to continue going down? Do we expect the market to rise? Some answers in the chat before even we interpret the chart. Do we expect the market to go down? Do we expect the market now? Question, when you short this coin, how many chances do you have to win? When you short this coin, how many chances do you have to win the coin? Let me know in it, because these are simple basics. How many chances do you have to win this coin? Very slim. You can get liquidated. So when you put your stochastic RSI, number one, then you also go ahead. Then you also go ahead and put the Fibonacci. It gives you a clear picture of what you expect to happen. Now, let me repeat. I told you when the coin moves from here and it reaches here, it is expected that when it will reach 38.2, it will move up. If it reaches 50% area, it will move up. If it reaches 61.8, it will move up. How many have understood that logic? That's why some traders, they come on this setting and they only remain with those lines. They maybe removes this one. Let me remove a few. He removes this one. He removes this one, this one. Let me remove them and I show you. I'm going to return them. Some traders spend time and they remove all these lines. Let me put OK. You see, he only leaves 0, 100, where it starts from, 0 where it ends, and where the retracement is expected to happen. How many have understood? You see, he removes the rest and only leaves those areas where the retracement is expected to happen. The coin started from here, it went up here. I expect it to reach here and go up. So I leave only 38. I expect it to reach here and go up. It leaves only 50. I expect it to reach here and go up. So that when the market reaches those important areas, he is expecting the coin to reverse. That's why the indicator is called retracement. The market goes up, then it forms a retracement, then it continues in the direction. Is it clear? Let me know in the chat. So let's get back to the setting. People are confused on how I'm removing. I'm just unticking. Let me tick them back. Let me tick them back. I can spend a whole day explaining this tool because it's very important. Now they are all back. I know in my mind, simple, don't confuse yourself, that when the coin moves from this dotted line and goes up, I expect it to retrace. At which point? Type them for me in the chat. I expect it to retrace. Retracing is just going down a little bit, then continue in the direction. You are confused with who? Type for me those three areas. I told you once it reaches 38.2, it moves up. If it reaches 50, it moves up. If it reaches 61.8, it moves up. Okay, 38.2, 50, and 61. Those three important points. So now question, I want to trade this coin. Are we clear? I want to trade this coin. Are we clear? Remember, I want to trade this coin. What should I think about most before even I decide? Should I think about shorting this coin? Should I think about longing this coin? Let me know in the chat. What should I think about? Let me know in the chat. I should start finding for an opportunity to long the coin. That is what should be flowing in my mind. Now, let me go to the other. Let me pick another coin. This one that went down. But the analysis was good. Okay, let me put it maybe in 4 hours. Okay, let's put in 4 hours. Oh, I'm using, me, I'm a trader. I trade big time frame. I'm not a guy who is so much in shorter time frame. We can all see that the coin moved from 100 to 0. The analysis, this analysis could be done either in big or small time frame. But can we see the coin moved from 100 to 0? People are getting confused between isolated and I have said it several times. Me, I don't understand it too much, but this is what I understand. If you are trading many coins, go for isolated so that they don't take all your money at once. But I'm a person who trades one coin at a time. I don't care. Me, I just enter my coin and I make money. Is my message clear? Me, I don't go whether isolated. If I was trading many coins, I would turn my coins to isolated. But I'm trading one coin at a what? Is my message home, guys? Me, I trade one coin at a time. Let me repeat. This coin, I don't know whether it is in close or isolated. Let me see. But me, I don't know. But you see, although I can see many opportunities in the market, you will discover that I have the money, but I'm waiting to see if things will move in my favor. So when I'm trading, and I'm trading one coin at a time, me, I will not care. I will not even care whether the coin is in isolated. She said only $10 was taken. This one is, please, low risk takers leave futures. But $10 is also good money. So my sister, please, don't use all your capital. 8 is too much. 8 is too sorry. Trade one coin. If you are trading one coin, I advise you to keep in a cross. No. I have explained here. Use cross. Don't use all your money. Guys, is that hard? Trade one coin at a time. Don't trade many coins. Leave your coins in cross. There is no reason of confusion. When you put your coins in isolated, guys, you are distracting my training. Understand what is cross, what is the isolated, and make your own decision if you are getting confused. Cross means that you are putting your money. You are putting your money in a pool. Isolated means that you are isolating each coin independently. Give me one if that is clear, because I'm tired. So when you isolate, you are protecting your money to a particular coin. When you say you are putting in cross, you are putting your money in a pool that if you trade more than one coin, every coin is affected by what is happening on the other coin. But when they are taking one coin, they can take everything in your account. So isolated is very good for protecting your capital. Cross is very good for margin calls. Cross is very good. Does that make sense now? Cross is very good for margin calls. Cross is very good to keep you long on a trade. Isolated is very good for protecting your capital. So that when they are liquidating, they only take that money you have exposed. Is that clear? So pick what works for you. Understand the logic, pick what works for you. Me, what works for me, I trade one coin at a time and I never lose my money. Am I clear? Give me a 2 if I'm clear. Me, I don't know what is happening in Binance. I trade one coin at a time and I don't use all my money. If you don't want to understand, I will not make a video. Let me focus on why I came here. There is a lot of distraction. I end up not finishing my class. The other time, we looked at a coin where the line was moving down, going up. Now we are looking at a coin where the line is moving up, coming down. Can we see the difference? Give me a yes if you can see the difference. The other time, the line was moving down, going up. This time, the line is moving up, coming down. It means that this previous trend was a downtrend. So this is what we expect. We expect that this coin is going to move from here. If at all that is the move, get to this line called 38.2 and move down. Or move from here, get to this line called 50 and move down. Or move from here, get to 61.8 and move down. Is that clear? Give me a 1 if it is. Give me a 1 in the chat if it is clear. So the other side, we were saying that this that was moving from up, it reaches 38.2, turn. 50, turn. I don't know if we... The other time it was moving from down. So we expect 38, turn. 50, turn. 61.8, turn. Now it is moving from up. We expect tier to 38, turn. 50, turn. 61.8, that is our expectations. Is it making sense now? Now someone is telling me you reply the people privately. How? I follow my chat to help me know what is happening. Is it clear? Is it now? So what I'm going to do, I can reduce these lines to those specific areas where I expect a reversal. So I come on setting, I say, this is 0. So I leave 0. I remove this one, 23.6. I expect it 0.38, 0.5. These ones I leave them. I remove 78. Let me first remove, then I press OK. Do you see it now getting clear? So I expect the coin to reach this line here, 38.2, and then come down. I expect this line. Let me go back to this coin called the Sky AI. In 1 hour. Are you getting what I'm talking about? I expect, it's an expectation. And I'm going to explain a little bit more. I expect this coin to retrace at this area, and move up, at this area and move up, at this area and move up. Is the answer clear? Now, I want to talk about how we use the tool. Is that clear now? The three important points of retracement, where we expect that if this coin was moving up, once it reaches this area, I expect it to retrace to the previous direction. When this coin reaches here, I expect it to retrace. That's why I have not yet short this coin. How many now understand why? Because when I open, I usually love trading in 1 hour or 4 hours. Once I open this coin, it is not clear to me. The expectation is that I expect this coin to go up. Does that make sense? Now, back to candles. Remember, we said that. You know, some of you don't forget that it is added knowledge. We told you that these lines act as support and resistance. And in a previous lesson, we said that we have a breakout candle. Sorry, guys. Let me come back again. Let me come back again. In a previous lesson, we said that. Let me come back again. In a previous lesson, we said that. In a previous lesson, we said that. Even today, we have said that. This is support and resistance. Is that right? Let me know in the chat. In our lesson today, we have said that these lines act as support and resistance. What is resistance? Simple logic. An area where the market fails to go above is a resistance. An area where the market fails to go below is a support. Now, you see, for us to confirm our decision, we need a breakout candle. A breakout candle is a green candle that opens from below and closes above. This was a breakout candle. You can see that this green candle that came from below was a very strong candle, that it broke this line. It broke this line. It broke this line. So this is called a breakout candle. It breaks the line and closes above it. It's called a breakout candle. And before you enter coin, you need confirmation. Can someone type confirmation in the chat? Can someone type confirmation in the chat? Which candle did it engulf? No, this is not a bullish engulfing. Which one did it engulf? None. So you need a candle to confirm that. And a confirmation candle is either a green candle that opens above and closes above, or it is a red candle that closes above this line. So basically, how you find that, you just go to a lower time frame. I don't know where that could be, but you just go to a lower time frame. Maybe this could be the line. This could be the candle. Okay, so if I was trading, I would wait for this candle to close here. Then, after it has closed, I wait for a confirmation candle, which would be this one. Once it closed above, then I'll be confident that this coin is gonna move in my direction. So I would plan to make my entry here. And you know, this is too much money. 8% in futures is 80% by 10x. If you were 15x user, if if you are a 15x user, let me even go to calculate. If you get 8, it is 8 times 15. That is 1,200%. 15x. That is 1,200%. Me, the man who goes with all my bone marrow. Hey, let me see if I could go with 6,000. Oh, yay, yay, yay! This could kill me. I would spend a full day without breathing. Chai, chai. That's why someone finds me playing a lot of music in my car, driving on the street, going nowhere. How are you? Fine, fine. How are you? Fine, fine. Where are you going? I don't know. But I'm driving street left, street right, street left, street right. Hey, I just drive anywhere. And people are wondering, what's wrong with the man? I'm in the car. God is able. God is able. Not going anywhere. I tell you, just driving. Then I go to the petrol station, put full tank. Then the guy is asking, what is happening with this guy? Nothing. But I've been backward. Without direction, exactly. Not going anywhere. But are we able to understand what I'm talking about? So you need a confirmation. So I love analyzing the market in a bigger time frame, like 1 hour, and I find an entry in a lower time frame. And the Fibonacci can help you understand what you basically expect. So I expect this coin to move up. And if this coin gives me a favor and it closes above my line, then I will plan to make my entry above this line, just maybe around there, and I take my profit there. This is 4%. If the coin has good momentum with the 20x, 4% times 4%, 20x, that is 80%. Total retirement. Here I can even slap the taxi. You know, one day I was passing through these guys of traffic, and that day, I think Royal Q paid me $1,000. I was super excited. I had some 10,000 Ugandan shillings. I stopped on these traffic guys, called them, come. Then I started giving them money. Say, thank you for the work you are doing. Then the guys nodded. I stopped myself, gave them money, drove away. And they were like, what's wrong? I was like, God is able, God is able, God is... That's when you are singing the real song that God is real, but being poverty. Even if you call him 1,000,000 times, he will not listen to you. He will not listen. Make sure you learn how to make money. God doesn't want broke people. So make sure you are able to understand this logic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, simple, I want to share something very important. I cannot finish this Fibonacci, but let me share. When you decide to analyze the market, guys, sometimes me, I'm just joking. Never take me serious. Okay? So when you decide to analyze the market, when 100 is below and 0 is on top, that coin is on an uptrend. Your philosophy should be minding on finding an entry that allows the market to go up. Point number 2. When you are using the Fibonacci, maintain the time frame you are using. Because when you move away from 1 hour and go in 30 minutes, you will find a different philosophy. Is that clear? You see here. Do you see it here? This coin in 30 minutes. So maintain the time frame of your analysis. You see, It moved from 100 to 0. Retraced to 38.2, boom! Are you able to follow, guys? Let me know in the chat. Maintain the time frame. You'll find that the way the fib is reading in 30 minutes, it is different the way the fib is reading in 1 hour. So don't get confused. Are we together? Now, the other point is that when 0 is below and 100 is on top, this coin is on a downtrend. We have said the other side, when 100 is below and 0 is on top, the coin is on an uptrend, is the message home. But when 100 is on top and 0 is below, the coin is on a downtrend, is the message home. Is the message home? Let me know in the chat. So you must make your decisions very well. You must make your decisions very well. Okay? Now, there are very important points that I want to add on that lesson before we call it a day. So let me change it to the PC now. And then we call it, I share these last 2 nuggets, and then we call it a day. Now I'm on a PC. Okay. Yes, baby? Huh? So yesterday, we looked at this tool that is in my chart. There are several indicators here. This is now question. I have had many people ask me, why do I pay for my trading view? If you can make $400 a day, don't you see you will be a very huge fool not to pay $20 so that you can have more indicators in the chart? You see, some of you, the reason why you are broke is not that you are meant to be broke. But when you make money, don't run away with all the money. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. The reason some of you are struggling with money, you don't understand that to make more money, you need to invest some money. Every time you are thinking about your problems, my problems. I have a lot of problems. Who told you your problems will finish? Does that make sense? Who told you that your problems will ever finish? Ladies and gentlemen, I think I need to do a class about money. I think I need to do a class. I need to do a Zoom about money. Because I have seen many people who are broke, yet they were not meant to be broke. They make the money, but every time for them, they think when they make the money, they are just meant to solve their problems. I have problems. Me, you see, I have problems. Me, you see, I have problems. Every time you meet them, they have problems. So whatever they make, they think they can fix all their problems. I think I need to do a class about money. I will one day spare time and come here and talk about money. Guys, freedom. I need to come and discuss money. Many people are crying. I think Jerry has liquidated most of you. Let me share how you pay. Someone is asking me how you pay. Number one, you will need a Visa card, okay? Is that clear, guys? You will need a Visa card. So, you will need a Visa card. So, I will recommend one that uses crypto. The link is in the chat. This one uses crypto. Register for free, verify your account, deposit any cryptocurrency you want. You can use Solana, you can use USDT, you can use Solana, you can use USDT. The link is there. You can use Solana, it uses USDT, it uses which other network? Let me see. The link is there. Register, it is for free. Let me see. Let me switch. You can deposit Solana, okay? You can deposit Solana on the card. You can deposit USDT, and you pay in crypto, okay? You don't need your local currency. So there is, when you will open it, it has where you deposit. So I think, but then I need to join with my other device. So when you make some money, I really want to request you to invest some of your money. If you make some money, don't run away with all the money. The money will also run away from you. My humble request is that when you make some money, take some of this money, and invest this money. Okay, but I hope that is clear. Okay, I hope that is clear. Take some of this money and invest this money. Like trading view is very cheap. Sorry. Let me share this very fast. So I show you how you pay. Okay. Then we move very fast. Someone who is insisting. So register the card. I want to go back to my last insights about the lesson. So register the card. And when you register, the card looks like this. It's called Red Open. And here on this card, you can see I've been running crypto payments. Okay. You see, I'm running crypto payments. Okay. So I'm able to pay. So these are transactions. These are the recent ones. So what do you do always? You can even deposit Polygon. I see they are now. No, but you can deposit Polygon. So you just come here and tap on deposit. After I've created your account, you can deposit USDT. You deposit USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, TRX. I don't know this S coin. And when you deposit your money, then you can be able to pay. So you just get your card. I'm not going to expose it. So you're going to get your card. And when you get your card, you are able to run your payments. I've been running my payments, and to me, it's very good because it allows me to live a cashless society. Okay. So when I want to do transactions, I pay in crypto, I transact in crypto. Hope that is done for someone who asked. So the link is there. Register for free, then be able to have this card for yourself so that anywhere you want to be, you'll be able to do. Those who need physical Visa cards, I think they can even allow you. It is somewhat costly. You pay, I think, is it $200, something like that, to get yourself a physical Visa card. Okay. Now, the other thing is, those of you, as I get into my last sharing, before I go to trading view once again and I share, those of you who fear liquidation, are you listening, guys? Those of you who fear liquidation, are you listening? Start with a very small fast buying amount. Okay. Me, I'm a little bit different. I am a high risk taker. I can even go in with all my bone marrow. So I ask you that I don't fear to be liquidated. Does that make sense? Me, I'm a little bit different. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. But if you are here and you fear liquidation, for example, and you see now I usually don't want to risk my money unless I'm sure with what I'm doing. But let us pick an example of which coin. hook. Let me pick an example of hook. Let me look at it in 15 minutes. Not yet clear about direction. Let me pick an example. Let me see if I could do one very fast here. This one, 5 minutes. It can swallow my bone marrow. It's not yet clear still. Sky, I want to trade sky, but sky is not yet clear. The direction is not yet clear. And when the direction is not clear, I don't want to put my money. So the direction of this coin is still zigzag. There is indecision in the market on this particular coin. But okay, maybe in 5 minutes, if it breaks below that, I can trade. But I want to answer someone who has issues with the liquidation just very fast. Let me look at Jerry. Okay. Not clear. To me, it's not clear. Still not yet clear. I usually want to trade with a clear, distinctive direction. Even when the coin goes against me, I'm not worried. Let's look at it in 15 this one. So generally, I'm not seeing opportunity. But okay, let me try this. So I want to short this coin simply because it is trading below the upper band. Can we all see that? Can you all see that? Simply because it's trading below the upper band, okay? Liquidation means you will lose money. So just I'm doing that for learning purposes, but the direction to me is not clear. So I will trade. So I'll come here, short the coin. So make sure your trades are in cross. It will help you a lot. Now, I will start with $45. I will not edit anything here. Does that make sense? If I don't know how to state, I'll remain here in the smart create. I take a high leverage of 5x. Okay, I must take a high leverage of 5x. I can leave these as they are. Okay, the rest can remain as they are. The leverage must be high. I'll take a 15x. Now, when I come here to enter my parameters here, the leverage could be 10 or 15. The take profit will be 1. This will be 0. I'm just helping someone. You can set as many margin calls as you want. This is where the magic is. Make sure these drops are small, 0.2. So that 0.1, 0.2. You want your robot to buy very fast, 0.1. Those of you, you can open as many margin calls as you want. It's up to you. So I'll keep this very small. Does that make sense? I don't know. But I want to help people who fear floating loss. So these first 4, leave them 2, 4, 8, 16. Make sure these ones also leave them as they are, because this is very small money. This is very small money. So when you start this coin, but when you reach here on the margin configuration, you can even turn this to more multiples. Maybe this, you do 50, here you do 100, so that more money now comes in. If you have money, here you can do 5 times, because it is 5 times 50, it is 5 times 100, it is $5 times, you can put if you have your money. The bigger the percentage, the profiteer you become. So when you confirm this and you start this coin, okay, let me save. The margin callback, okay, this one. So let me put at 0.1. The margin callback cannot be equal, so let me put 0. Okay, now I want to short this coin. This is what's going to happen. Okay, let me open it up. Now you see, well, this is what's going to happen. It's going to start with $5. But just watch closely. My robot is going to put in more money in a very fast, symmetric way. Are you seeing? Are you seeing? The leverage is 15x. Are you seeing what is happening? Those of you have issues with, I'm dying. Why are you dying? Use this approach. Check. I want you to watch what is going to happen. Check the liquidation price. So they will liquidate me when this coin reaches $20. Is it easy? Now they will liquidate me when this coin reaches $7. The take profit should always be 1%. The liquidation price will always change. The liquidation price will always change. Start with a very small fast buying amount. But me, Kavanda, who's a high risk taker, I can't do this. Give me a two if you understand me. Me, I'm a very high risk taker. I am not here to be a follower. I'm here to make serious money. But those of you who have fear, this is your best. How can I get 0.8 on $35? This one even, why is your whole position take profit callback 0? I only need 1%. Me, I only need 1%. So, those of you who have issues, that is what I would say. Use everything. And what you need to change is this fast buying amount. I'm not sure about this coin. Me, I've just given an example. I'm even running away. I'm not sure about the coin. I usually want to bring my money. But okay, let me leave it. It looks it might respect its decision of going down. But is the point home? Is the point home? Is the point home? So how can I be making 0.8 on $35? That is very little money. $35. The other thing I didn't work on, basically, is I didn't multiply this by my 15x. So they even used the not 45. I had to multiply this by my 15x, okay? That's the only thing I didn't do. So it was 45. I had to go to the calculator. It would be 45 coins times 15. So I would put 675 coins. That's what I would put here. So you can always go in with your leverage. All the leverage can be just profitable here, and you don't risk so much if you are very fearful. Let me go back to my lesson. But this is 2%. That money can change my life. 1.9. That money would change my life. But look, I was 4%. Hey, danger. Hey, makudu baba gugu yadi guduna. Sakaka kaka. Hey, 5. Me who goes in with all my bone marrow. Rakana kaka kukukuku. Adagaga. Yeah. This, here would be a retirement package. Let me take this 0. How can I earn 0 for sure? This is unfair. 4%. Kata. Now, me, I cannot trade. For the bond. Now, me, I'm a very high risk taker. For example, here, if I do a 15x, I want serious money. So 45 divided by 5, 45 divided by 5, that is 9. 9 coins. Okay, if I come in with my $250, how much? That is 2,225. I'm a very high risk taker. You can do it. Okay, plus 15. Okay, let me do 10x. I'm at 10x. So I'll just add a 0 here. Down. So there we go. Now here I'm in business. If I told this is the right decision to take. Here I'm in business. Yes. So any simple mistake the market does, I should make money. But now it might go against me. But me, I'm a very high risk taker. If you are not, please stay in your lane because liquidation is real. Is that true, ladies and gentlemen? So me, I'm a very high risk taker. If you are not a high risk taker, please. I'm not a guy of so much margin calls. I'm not a guy of margin calls. We can have different approaches. Me, I'm not a guy of so much margin calls. I only want to come in when it is necessary. This 1.6% drop is not serious business. I can only think about margin calls on a coin like this one. But this one, even this one, I haven't started thinking about them. Okay? So even when they go on, I know they cannot buy. I'm not a guy of margin calls. Those who are interested in margin, me, it's not my thing. I don't know if all of us understand that we can have different approaches when it comes to trading. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. As long as you understand what you are doing, let me know in the chat. We can have different approaches. I'm not a guy of margin calls. Me. Because look here, guys. When you put a very big fast buying amount and you reduce it to this, maybe here, your margin calls may not have so much effect. Let me show you. For margin calls to work for you, you need to start with a small fast buying amount. Give me a 1 if that is clear. For margin calls to work for you, you need to start with a very small fast buying amount. But for high risk takers like me, these margin calls may not be applicable so much. I can open them and show you. You can open. Me, I have no issue. They are there. Let me show you. But me, I'm a person who goes in with my bone marrow. So bone marrow traders, basically, we may not find good results with. Margin calls will work for you when you start with a very small fast buying amount and you keep it increasing. Is it clear? But when you start with a very big fast buying amount, your margin calls will not be effective. Back to let me conclude the lesson. So my role, you see now it has bought, but let me show you the liquidation price. The challenge is that I had to show you, look at this liquidation price, 0. You see, I need to follow now very closely. So you can always come and monitor. Okay, you can always come and monitor. Someone is saying, but the first buying amount is calculated in your first buy. No, it's calculated on the position amount. Here, the amount of money I have put. It's not calculated on the money that entered the market first. So, all right, guys, I hope that is done. You see, I saw danger. I saw danger. Okay. Okay. Once it closes below. I saw you will bring me issues. Very bad coin. I saw that coming. Not sure. I don't want to trade. Very risky, risking money. Okay, I saw. That's why I don't wanna come here to make people happy. I usually get issues. Now you see, when do you see that my liquidation price is decreasing? It was 0.15. It's now 0.14. How many of you are seeing that? My liquidation price is decreasing. It is coming nearer my current price. How many of you are seeing that? My liquidation price is coming nearer. How many of you are seeing that? It's coming. It is not going far. And I know what causes this is when you start with a bigger first buying amount and then reduce it to a small one. Does that make sense? But it's still also very far. But have you understood where the problem comes from? If you want these margin calls to work for you, you start with the small and increase. Is the message home? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. If you want margin calls to work for you, you start with a small first buying amount and increase. But when you start with a big first buying amount and decrease, the strategy doesn't work. Are we clear? So if you want these margin calls to work for you, you must start with a small, then you increase. What happens when they are all the same? You are doing nothing. If you are buying with the same amount, you are just wasting time. You are just putting just more money in the coin. Start with, me, I'm not a guy of these things of margin calls. Let me open one for you here so that you see. Now, this is 0.39. Let me open for your margin call, one. Let me decrease this to that. Let me open for you here one margin call so that you see what I'm talking about. On this coin that's already floating. 0.392 margin calls on. Let it buy. It has zero margin call. It's gonna buy. Now, I think it has bought. It has not even changed. Because I'm playing with very small amount. But what happens is that what changes is this. Does that make sense? Margin calls. When you buy your margin calls, what changes will be this, for example. Do you see this that it's changing? How many of you are seeing that? How many of you are seeing that? Whenever your margin calls will be buying, they will try to move your average price closer to your current price. I don't know if that makes margin calls good. But the liquidation price, you remember when I bought it was 0.3902. It's now 0.3930. Are you noticing? This is not propaganda. How many are noticing? It means that, let me see, this coin is on long. You see that my margin call has moved me closer to liquidation. How many are seeing? My margin call has brought me closer to liquidation. Eh? I don't know if people are seeing. So if you want them to push your coins far, you start with a very small amount. Okay? When you start with a bigger amount, it's not effective. But what is effective is that it moves your average price closer to your current price. And if the coin moves in your favor, the profitability is huge. I don't know if that also brings understanding. Are you getting me? Remember when we started, this was 0.14. It's now 0.13368. But what happens is that if more money gets in, it keeps moving my entry price closer to the current price, giving me more potential profitability if the coin moves in my favor. Is the message clear? Let me know in the chat. Is the message clear? They might move my liquidation price close, but if the coin is moving in my favor, of my direction, it makes me be profitable. Now, I don't know whether this coin is isolated. Let me check. Or cross me, I don't know. But I'm here trading. So let's check. Coin is called GOAT. Because I see someone, it's their concern. Do you see? The coin is even on cross. Are you getting the difference? Because people usually say, when you put in cross C, the margin call will move away. Are you getting the understanding? People should not use. I see people typing, when you put in cross C, when it buys margin call low, it moves your liquidation price. It is not about cross or isolated. That's why I don't agree. It's you starting with a very small first buying amount and increase it drastically. But if you just do, it is in cross. And you see that, but then, this is the other thing I want to talk about. Guys, in futures. In yesterday's lesson, you learned that you can only be liquidated when your margin ratio reaches 90 and above. It is at 10. Should I worry? Give me an answer in the chat. I'm not here to. Someone is saying leader first. There is no need of worry. There is no. This is 10. Very far from liquidation. Someone is saying first trading isolated. I'm not here to waste my money in different coins because I want you to learn. I hope guys have done my part. I'm not a person who wants to overtrade. I don't need to be in 10 coins because I'm teaching you. This is money. Hey, this is not gambling, and I'm trading with goals. So if you don't want to start and see what happens, it's your own problem. I'm not going to throw my money in the market. I have done my part. I've showed you all two parts. I don't play with money. It's not easy to be made. It's not easy to make money. Some of you at night you were sleeping. Do you know that my wife even doesn't know when I sleep in bed because I'm always online. Some of you sleep, you even start dreaming. But you see, you are sleeping, we are making money. Money is coming. You are busy sleeping. Money is here. Today I've made 300 plus. You are busy at night sleeping instead of looking for the opportunity. What are you doing in bed when you are broke? Who allowed you to sleep when you are broke? Who allowed broke people to sleep? As people in Africa are busy praying at night, me, I wake up, I tell God, thank you, God, for today. There is no demon that looks for you when you sleep less and you are making money. They also fear people with money. People in churches, God create breakthrough, God create breakthrough, God, may I say simple word, God, thank you for today, for the blessing of life. Bless me more, bless my people, protect me. Thank you, God. I make money. I don't need those calls of overnight. Come, we pray. Come, we pray. God needs simple words, not those long prayers. You check in your church whether demons touch rich people. It is poor people with demons. They have what? They have what? Demons, demons. Africa. Africans, they pray the whole night. Someone is in church the whole night looking for opportunity. 5 days, 20, 30. You are praying, praying. God doesn't need those long. You are over talking, even he's getting headache. Simple prayer, get to work. Simple prayer, get to work. Simple prayer, get to work. I don't have a specific time. My goal is just to come and open my chat and see if there is opportunity. If there is opportunity, I make money. If there is no, it's okay. Now, now my money is even in danger because I was trying to show you, but no problem. You see, the coin has now gone against me. Poor problem. Let's see. Yeah. If it closes above plasma. But I hope my message is home. I don't want to exceed here. Please check on your Sky coin. Okay. Mm. This coin is not deciding. You need to wait for this candle. This candle closes below. Then this coin is going to go down. It is not going to respect coming down here. That's why someone is fast, but this is very small. There is a 1%. Yeah, but it needs some time to decide. It has not yet decided very well. It's still in areas of reverse. This coin has not yet decided. Unless it closes below this particular line. There I could raise my confidence. But it has not yet decided. Anything can happen. It can get a sharp shoot. There is no decision. Let's give it time. I don't want to trade without decision. Yeah, maybe here. Maybe here. But still there is potential of recovery. During this time, most of the times coins are moving up, most of the times. So I need to give it time. Wow. Wow. This is sweet, guys. Hmm? But very small. Mm. This is gonna hit up here. This is a sure deal. Having broken that line, but very little money, 1%. The money is there, but it's very little. But it is 1%. If someone wants, this will deliver. It will deliver. It will touch there. No matter what is happening in 30 minutes and in 15. But it has overmoved. It's better to find a better opportunity. But guys, it takes time to find a good coin to trade. Many people think it is easy. Okay, hope that's enough. I'll continue tomorrow. Have a good day. I'll continue tomorrow. Jerry. Here is some money. This one is gonna give it to you. But I will not share a signal because we are liquidated. They might not trade. This is a 2% possible. It's a possible 2% back to that area. Very possible. Highly possible. Very possible. It's getting resisted in that area. So it's very easy for it to come back there. 2%. All right, guys. Where do you find Fibonacci on the phone? Simple. Just come down here, tap on indicators, go to technical, then write in the word Fibonacci. The auto fib retracement. Then it gets in your chart. If you're not clear about market direction, we talked about Hakinash candles. They can help you. As long as you see red or green candles forming wicks at top and the bottom, then it means the trend is going to change. But you see this coin, it is going to come down. Down, raise to 60 reversal area, down, it's going to come down. It has a sure 2.5. If I had not done over trading, there can even be, now I'm about to be liquidated. Can be here making noise when I'm about to be liquidated. It was a very risky decision. But let's see. All right, guys, have a good day. Hope that's enough. Yeah, 2% on short. It will deliver. This one. If I was not trading, I would come here. It will deliver. It will delay, but it is a sure win. It will delay because there was a previous buying pressure by this doji candle structure. There was a previous buying pressure, but it will deliver. It will delay, but it will deliver. They will be delay on this trade, but it will deliver. Have a good day, guys. That's enough. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we shall go to the smart money indicator. Also a very cool indicator. Tomorrow. The next week, we combine indicators, and then we call it the end of the season. Then we start a new season. Next week, we shall combine indicators, stochastic, MACD, all the indicators we have looked at. Make combinations, which one can work better. Then we see